That's Shifting Breeze there. Tim Thompson-Jones, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's been the most successful of any of the young trainers that have started off. He had a winner with Spice Trader in Baden-Baden on Friday, I think it was, a 2-year-old. Very, very seldom to see one of his horses run a bad race. Shifting Breeze been in good form. Filippo Grasso Caprioli riding it. All yours, Graham.
And Cathos just missed the kick fraction, but is making up the ground on the outside. And they race downhill for the first furlong here, and the pace is really quite strong. And it's Elmayer who's leading it from in second place, Green Emperor. Tina's Lad shows third. Shifting Breeze 4. Silver Owl hugs the rail 5. Cathos 6. Roskill 7. Then Yamra behind that one. And Charden is just outpaced as they turn past the Coral Eclipse start, and it's still Elmayer leading by a length to Tina's Lad second, and then running through on the rail in red, Green Emperor. Blue behind that one is Shifting Breeze. On the outside of that one comes Cathos, and behind Cathos is Roskill. On the inner of Roskill is Silver Owl, and then Charden has passed one now, and that last horse is Yamra. But the field quite closely grouped as they maintain the momentum. Elmayer made a lot of the running last time we saw it at Newmarket, and then he just narrowly pipped on the post, and obviously those tactics being employed today. Elmayer in yellow with Green Emperor on the inside, Tina's Lad in orange is wide, Cathos, Roskill is on the right of the picture, in behind them Shifting Breeze, then comes Charden, and Silver Owl now is just being a little bit squeezed out of the back there, but trying to hold its place as they begin the turn out of the back stretch. Yamra still has it. Yamra is still last, I should say. Elmayer still has it from Tina's Lad in second, and a bit of jostling on the bend there as well as they start the turn in. And it's Elmayer in the lead from Tina's Lad, and then Shifting Breeze, and Cathos has made ground quietly on the outside. Charden's in pursuit. Silver Owl with a lot to do. Green Emperor is in behind them, and they head for home down towards the 3. Elmayer runs the rail. Tina's Lad in the orange colours with the orange cap. Roskill is coming with a run. Charden in green and white is wide. Shifting Breeze isn't out of it. Silver Owl now looks for room yet again. Cathos in behind these, and we've got a real race in prospect as they come down towards the 2. And Tina's Lad pressed on the outside by Roskill in the orange cap. Then Charden comes under pressure. In behind these, Silver Owl in the red sleeve jacket looks for room and is getting no run in the race at the moment. But now he sees daylight, and now he starts to go. But Cathos on the right with the noseband has got first run on it, and it's Cathos with the lead inside the final furlong. If Silver Owl doesn't win, it's going to be an unlucky loser. Cathos still has it, and now Silver Owl starts to pick up. A great brave race by Silver Owl. He comes to take Cathos. Silver Owl, and Cathos fights back. It's going to be close. A photo, Silver Owl. Cathos 5 clear of Roskill. Then Charden and Shifting Breeze and Elmayer, followed by Yammer and Tina's Lad, and last of all was Green Emperor. The judge calls a photo to decide the outcome of this Moet and Chandon Silver Magnum. And for my money, and I'm sure you'll agree when we see the freeze frame, that number 1, Silver Owl, has won. Had it not have won, it was going to be a very, very unlucky loser. No doubt on our evidence that this grey son of Daring March has popped his nose in front of the line in the colours of Mr. D.R. Honeysett. Also in that photo, though, was number 7, Cathos, just that little bit outpaced in the last half furlong, but Silver Owl has justified favouritism of 13-8 and wins the race for the second consecutive year on different tracks.
I've watched most of the 27 Moet and Chandon Silver Magnums, well 28 now, and I'm not sure this isn't the most courageous winner, because he'd certainly have been the unluckiest loser, or one of the unluckiest losers. Silver Owl has had to thread his way through a crowded field. They'd gone a tremendous gallop, and considering that he's giving weight all round, I think that Chris Segner does really well to get him through, keep him balanced. You see quite a bit of bumping on that bend. As John said, it looked a bit like an obvious hurdle.
It was quite an important part of the race, I think, there, John, because Cathos was the one who suffered, and he's been running 1 3/4 miles and 1 1/4 miles. He really did have his run interrupted. I'm not taking anything away from the winner. It was a wonderful performance. He was given a stone and 10 pounds to the second, but I think it might have been even closer if that bit of scrimmaging hadn't taken place. But at this stage there, over on the rails, Elmayer, who'd made most of the running, Tina's Lad challenging on his outside, and our representative, or one of them, Marcus Armitage, coming there on Roskill. Joe Gillette's having his moment of glory there on Charden, Charden, who was outpaced early. But now just look at the grey, Silver Owl, and Hugh. Hang on,
He'd thought about, Chris Segner thought about going right to the outside, then he found that he couldn't get out, and then went for a gap which wasn't really there, and thank heaven for his sake it opened. By that time Cathos had gone clear. The question was whether Silver Owl could give him weight and start, and he did.
And he's really galloped to the line. The stone and £10 an awful lot of weight to be given away to a horse who's in good form, and he's trying his hardest. And it's just a shame that Christopher just probably gave him a couple of smacks too many, because I don't think it would have made any difference to the result. He looked as though he was doing his best right the way up to the line. Normally wins on an undulating course, Silver Owl. Today he's proved that he can win.